So one of the questions that folks have, right, is the inspections contingency. We want to talk about the inspections contingency. What is it?
Yep.
What does it cover? And can that date be changed to make a more favorable offer?
Yeah. So the inspections contingency is something that's, regardless of whether it's an as-is contract or just a regular traditional contract, it's in there. It's a standard provision in the Rhode Island Purchase and Sales Agreement.
Okay.
And it allows for boilerplate 10-day period of time exclusive of the weekends and holidays.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that it's set in stone. The parties, and I've underlined the provision here on my copy of the agreement, the parties can mutually agree to a different period of time. They can extend, they can reduce, they can waive it. The buyer can waive it if they wanted to. And as is, contract would be that type of situation where you would waive it. But, I wanted to point out that, if you have to be careful, especially in a seller market like we have right now, that that you might think, okay, no problem, I'm buying it as is, whereas I understand, I'm savvy, I know what I'm doing. But as is means as is.
Mm-hmm.
So, you would get that the inspection report, and that would be for informational purposes only. You wouldn't be able to act on that. In a traditional sense, you would present that in writing to the seller, and the seller would then have a certain period of time to respond to you and say, yeah, I'll check, I'll fix those things, or I'll give you a credit, that type of thing. But these days, because there's just not much stuff on the market, you're going to see sellers say, I'm selling it as is. Take it or leave it.
So, question for you. All right. So, as is, if you write as is on a purchase and sales agreement, does that mean that you do not have the inspection contingency covering you?
No, you waive it.
You're waiving
essentially
it. Okay.
waiving it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Giving them that counsel, or that I guess I should use advice to do that pre-list inspection. Now you know what's going on with your property, and so you're not going to be surprised by another inspector.
No BS.
No.
If they have a home inspection and something goes wrong, is that automatic return of deposit? Can they get out for any reason?
I hear that a lot too, Ashley. The terms of the agreement provide for the seller to do certain things, but if the seller's not willing to do those things, then technically they're supposed to release that buyer if they're not going to. And that's if it's a conventional setting where you're not buying it as is, where is
within those 14 business days
within
or
that
10?
period of time.
Okay.
Yeah. So you in order for that buyer to preserve their rights to do that, they'd have to provide that inspection report to the seller in writing. And say, this is what I expect to be repaired.
Sure.
And if the seller's not willing to do it, then they've preserved their right to be able to back out if they don't like it.